night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Welcome.
Thursday night tea, baby.
To Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
I miss you.
I miss you too. Where have you been?
You know where I've been.
Where? In New York?
I've been doing
New
my
York,
thing.
NY.
I've been making
NYC.
better for you and us.
Yes, yes. Shows to come, shows
That's
to
what you
come,
say.
shows to come.
You and us.
We have an amazing show today. We're here live in the District of Columbia, in our nation's capital. Welcome to DC. We have an amazing show for you today. We have so many community activists and leaders for you today. One is Shannon Garcon. He's going to come and talk about a new app that he has for the community. And we're also going to talk about some other community issues with him. And we're going to talk about insurance. We have an insurance guru, Willie Beverly. He's going to come talk about life insurance, how GoFundMe is not a life insurance policy. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress that enough.
That's funny. That's funny.
So then we're also going to be talking about, do you remember the young guys that were detained in the park for selling water?
I do.
They were like handcuffed.
I was one of them. That's why I haven't been here.
Okay, that looked like you.
in the
So
park.
there was a young man who reached out to them and offered training. He has an organization called the Hope Project, and it's Raymond Bell Jr. He's going to come talk to
Nice.
us today about that
Cool.
situation. But we're going to go ahead and get into the first topic of today.
What is it?
This heat.
Ooh. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, there's a picture of the forecast.
It's the devil and Satan.
Oh my God, like this heat is crazy.
I looked up, the jacket had on leather jacket. It's fire.
I peeked outside just because I was inside all day. I just peeked outside to see how hot it was. And it just completely, I had to go get facial reconstructive surgery. Look, just to see how hot it was, and the whole side of my face burnt off.
It was so hot outside. I seen a girl take her ass off and start fanning. She was like, oof.
Now, ordinarily, I will be upset that you just used a curse word, but
I'm just
ironically, earlier today on the bus, this lady asked me for a pair of scissors. I was like, what do you want a pair of scissors for? This lady pointed to her breast and was like, it's too hot for titties.
She
was going to cut her, not literally, but this is her being funny. And that's just a testament of how hot it is.
Anthony, can I get one curse word per show?
No, Alex.
Nothing?
Oh, that was you can't.
So I'm done. I'm done now. I can't say anything
Hands
else.
up to 85. Boop,
You the
boop,
man. You the
boop,
man.
boop, boop.
Huh. Gross.
Yeah, it's hot. Where's the next? I hate when people are like, oh, it's hot outside. And they're like, really? You think it's hot? Yeah, they're happy it's summer. And that's what I look like when I walk to the train. Is that Lady Gaga?
That's what I look like just walking up here. It was like 2 blocks. I was like, ugh.
So the important news today, and I'm almost elated about this. Donald Trump Jr. is in hot water.
Hasn't it always been?
Finally, we've got some motion.
Look, Lil Kim beside her.
Yeah, that
It's like Lil
looked
Kim.
like Lil' Kim. I bet he wishes that was Lil' Kim that he had a meeting with. Oh my God, Donald Trump Jr. Emails came out about him meeting with someone to discuss Russian details with Hillary Clinton, and he said that they'd never had the meeting, or Donald Trump said that he never met with the young lady. The young lady is sitting right beside him in this meeting, along with other Russian advocates. There's there's just so much proof now, and now he's lawyered up.
Oh,
now they're
done.
trying. I just saw earlier that they subpoenaed him to for special testimony. It's a wrap.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's a wrap, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot of this
Uh-oh.
now. The legendary baby crying.
There was a real baby in here for a second. That's a good sound effect. It's really Black China and Rob Kardashian in here. What? That's
Yeah,
good.
that sounds like Rob.
That's a good sound effect right there.
Have you listened to Jay-Z's new album?
Yes.
I
Hope
love
is
it.
always dope.
More platinum albums than any other hip hop artist. Any other.
I mean, like, you know, it's like sometimes, like, when you like really trying to like sell a record, and it's like, you know, like you can't like reach, and it's like, you know, like I was thinking, like, what else could I say? I was like, you know,
Hey,
mom's
yo, Hov.
mom's a lesbian, like mom's down,
Why does
like,
he laugh like that?
because like his hair's small, like.
I don't know. What the
That's crazy. So Jay-Z's, and this is what baffles me. Jay-Z's album, he is what, 47 years old, almost 50 now.
Hope.
His album contained nuggets of wisdom, you know, things that we need to just abide by as basic citizens, but us as well, touch his skin. But it was met with a lot of criticism, especially by people who pretty much run with him.
Let me say this, Ant. Like, come on, like I listen to this album. It's like it's cool. Like, and he said it's cool. Like, I'm teaching them. Like, no, I'm teaching them. Like, I'm like throwing what like you should know. But then like this, like when I say like the best thing is like credit, and then like I drop tickets, and then like $200. It's like, yeah. When you teach and you talk about this and you say you should do this and that,
Blue is calling
and then
you.
she walk past, it's like, just look at your baby. Look at the white girl acting ratchet. When you do all that, and like you drop tickets, and it's like your ticket's $200. It's like,
Well, see, this is what I'm saying, though.
that's serious. How you?
We all do what we want to do extracurricularly.
Mm-hmm.
We save up. You know, we want to go to a concert. That's what we do. That's some of our release. So, but he's not forcing anybody to purchase the tickets.
Yeah, I had credit.
But
Actually,
it is
yeah.
it is a dichotomy. You know, you're saying, you know, spend your money here, do this and do that, but then also, you know, your tickets are $69,432.
Well, create a platform for people to be able to do that if you're going to talk about it.
That's true. That's true. Maybe he should. Maybe he should have discounted tickets. No.
Alex and Anthony show. He should create a platform. Just buy them through Alex and Anthony show and blah, blah, blah. We take 10%. Ow.
Yeah, he ain't taking 10% of mine. But next up, we have a community leader here who's created an app and a website to mobilize us individually and as a community. Shannon Garson is going to come up next, and we're going to talk about his new app, Our Pride. And stay tuned for more Thursday Night Tea with
Alex
and Anthony.
Oh.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. I have a very special guest here today. I've known this young man for well over 20 years. An amazing community advocate. He and I are a part of an organization, and as a young African American gay male coming out, this person provided a safe space for me mentally, as well as physically, and in a family setting. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Cosmetically, yes, definitely. Really guided me as a young youth, and I'm thoroughly appreciative and I'm thoroughly grateful to have on my show Shannon Garcon. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So, over 20 years ago, okay, give a little background about the house. the ballroom community?
Okay, start with there.
Okay.
Well, my part of the ballroom community that I see, well, my history part is more family.
Okay.
I was one of those wayward youth that was just in anything that had trouble. No family, nowhere to go, nothing to do, but just trouble. And the ballroom kind of guided me, specifically the House of Mugler. Raleigh and David, my gay fathers, kind of guided me, took me under their wing, molded me, showed me the whole essence of family, importance of community, and trying to do the right thing.
Yes.
I was hard-headed, as you know, stubborn. Yeah, stubborn, loudmouth, well, fierce mouth, a good fierce mouth. They guided me and instilled to me. To this day, I thank them. Raleigh still guides me and shows me the right way, and that's the most important thing I try to pass down, that the ballroom, the houses, can actually do a good thing in guiding people when you have the right people in charge, the right mentors.
True. That is so true. And I've taken so many nuggets from the ballroom scene in my professional aspect. I've worked in nonprofit for HIV and AIDS prevention and outreach. I've taken, because I used to commentate, I've taken that and those skills through Jack. Shout out to Jack and Selvin. Public speaking, communication, the commanding the respect of a crowd, things of that nature, all important for what I do now. And it's, I think that the ballroom scene gets a negative, there's a negative stigma attached to it because the people only see the negativity in it, but there's so much positivity. It can be such a safe space.
Well, just to give a shout out to, and both, I'm a garçon, you're a Mugler
Yes,
now, we're family.
yes.
But even this last weekend, there was a ball in Paris, the Paris Awards Ball. And if you saw the video, it was a great venue. It was a great crowd, great behavior. Jean-Paul Gaultier was there.
I saw that.
This is something, and it was just great to see how far the ballroom has come from the back places in Harlem to now international in London, in Amsterdam, in Paris, all over the United States. Our influences there, whether it's on the runway in Europe or in a Beyonce video, or a Rihanna video, we're there, and that's our contribution to pop culture and to American culture.
Yeah, and I saw the shout out to Leomi Maldonado in the Nike.
And the Nike ad.
That is amazing. That was awesome. That made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. So you have a website and an app. The app is called Our Pride.
Our Pride.
And what is the purpose of this app?
Okay, so the purpose of the app is, in the past, in our community, especially the ballroom community, but the LGBTQ community of color, we've got sucked up into Facebook. And so we take it for granted that everybody's in Facebook. So when we do events, balls, everything, we send a Facebook invite to people, and they're like, we'll attend. Well, now everybody's not on Facebook, and everybody doesn't want to be on Facebook, or they don't see the invite. So I thought, one, we need a centralized location where we can kind of put all our calendar, streaming videos. Right now the web series are going well. Shout out to Ballroom Throwbacks, Sling TV. I have them on the app.
Yes.
Streaming their videos, their web series on there. And I thought it was a great idea to kind of tie all that in one place for free.
Yes.
Without ads.
Yes.
Because we know now we get an app. There are tons of ads out there. There's no ads. And also kind of do some of the community service I started with DC Black Pride. I call it a cube. I gave them a space there where they can list all their events, testing, clubs, parties, workshops right there, and I'm offering to all the other prides, Black Pride. And this is something I want to do for only LGBT people of color.
Okay.
That's it, because we don't have it, so This is for us.
I know that you have an interesting take about places where we're not welcomed a lot. I feel like we have, how many Black-owned clubs and bars do we have here in?
The only one I can think of right now is the Mill.
The Bachelor's Mill.
Yeah.
And they're not supported. Why do you think that is?
I think the challenge that we have with the clubs is that it's a newer generation, and it's the stereotype that the Mill is for an older crowd. And so
I remember them saying that when 20 years ago.
Yeah. So and I will say this: the clubs in DC, the venues, Darryl Wilson, Omega, they get these venues. They're opulent. They're great. They look good, and we want to go to them.
Yes.
You know, the Mill is the old staple. They do a Friday night, first Friday there, which is crowded. But you know, and I think part of it's location. You know, a lot of people don't drive, and you want to drink. You're like, okay, here. And change. People want variety. But I think the Mill, they still get a crowd. People still go. But it's a challenge. You know, DC is expensive.
It is.
To own property here. So, you know, I think when I first moved here was the Buck Stops here, Nob Hill, the Brass Rail. No, we don't see those no more. So.
No, not at all. Just to, I really wanted to address this, and we were talking about this earlier. There is an issue in our community with crystal meth.
Yes, a big issue.
You know, and I'm almost at a loss of words. It's a drug that takes a hard grasp on the person that, you know, becomes addicted to it, and they really just change right before your very eyes.
They change, and the drug owns them.
Yes.
It owns and controls everything. I was talking to some other people, Kenya Hutton, Center for Black Equity, Terrence Laney at DC Government LGBT Office.
Shout out to Kenya and Terrence.
That we know this is a problem. The problem that we see is that the government and the powers that be see this as a white issue.
Okay.
They don't see it as an issue for the African American gay community. The other issue that we have with us, we're so insular that the people that are doing it, they're not going to admit it.
Yeah.
They're not going to say nothing, so there's no stats on it. We see it. You know, you can go on Jack, you can go on Grindr, you see PMP all the time.
Which is party and play.
Party and play. Even
or party with the capital T for Tina.
Well, you know, I was shocked because on Grindr, I was reading an article, and I'm going to post it on my blog, shannongarcon.com, where on Grindr, they actually have a T now as one of their emojis to represent Tina. So that's how prevalent it's got there, and which I think is bad altogether.
That just made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, but it's there. But we've been trying to get funds to come down, and as always, the black community is always the last. We see the problem, but we're the last to get the benefits of any help.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
we love to sweep stuff under the rug and not deal with the issues.
No, we have to deal with the issue. Yeah. We all know people that are close to us that have dealt with this and that are dealing with this, and it's a hard drug, and they can't overcome it by themselves. So we need the support to deal with this issue.
Okay, definitely. Where your website? Where can we go to see?
ShannonGarcon.com, all one word. It's up there. My Facebook page, Shannon Garcon. And all the information is there.
And where can they find your app to purchase? Well, to download because it's free.
It's Our Pride. It's on iTunes.
Okay.
And it's on Android Play Store.
Yeah, I got it from the Play Store.
Or if you go to ShannonGarcon.com, there's a link for the app, and you can download it from there.
Okay. Where are you going tonight?
Tonight I am going to the mini ball at 11 at the Playhouse.
Okay.
It's a mini ball for that's being sponsored by Denim and Us Helping Us.
Yep.
For HIV prevention.
Shout out to Denim.
And it's I think at the Playhouse on 14th Street.
Okay.
From 11 to 2.
All right. Shout out to Christopher, Papa.
Yep. Garcon and Balenciaga.
Yeah.
They're doing the mini ball tonight.
Okay, so that's gonna be amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank
Shannon.
you.
I appreciate you, and I support you in all that you do.
And my dinner and food.
Yes. Oh my God, Shannon is the best cook. It's amazing. So your website one more time.
ShannonGarcon.com.
ShannonGarcon.com, and you can download the app. It's called Our Pride.
All one word.
All one word at the Google Play Store. We're gonna take a quick break, right quick, and we're gonna come back with a super funny comedian who just walked in. I know the legendary DC comedian Haywood Turnip T Jr. He's gonna come and set the stage ablaze. We'll be right back with more Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. I have an amazing, super funny comedian here. I mean, when I first got to DC and started doing comedy, this guy welcomed me with open arms. He's super hilarious. DC legend. Ladies and gentlemen, he runs a show in Adams Morgan at Madams Oregon on Mondays. Madams Oregon in Adams Morgan on Mondays. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause for my friend, super funny comedian, Haywood Turnipseed Jr.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. That's in my head, man. I'm like, what? I will tell you, Anthony, though, tea is the scariest thing to me right now. I saw that movie Get Out, and I'm like, oh, what? White women with teacups are like Freddy Krueger right now. Are you kidding me? With a teacup? I like red Solo cup white women. That's how. Right now, which are you? Which are you? Red Solo cup or teacup? Neither. I love her. I love her. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Listen Vision, right across from Howard University. This is like all the interns are white. What is going on in the world today? No, excuse me. All the people who own the building are white. That makes sense. Welcome to DC. Anthony said Anthony's funny, man. This is why I like Anthony. I like funny people. I live in DC myself. I live in Southeast Washington, DC, in a beautiful gated community, as we like to call it. See, some people are laughing because they know about gated community. I mean, I have bars on all my windows. That is exactly what's happening right now. But it's a nice neighborhood, you know what I mean? Right across the street, we have a bus stop / yoga studio, as my wife likes to call it. It's not a yoga studio, but there was a couple drug addicts that were, you know, well, let's just call them users. They were just sitting over there. What happened was my son asked my mommy, asked his mama, what is that guy doing right there? Because the dude was at the bus stop for 8 hours. And I knew it was a heroin lane. I knew exactly what was happening. He was in 15,000 different positions. And my wife told my son, he's doing yoga. I was like, don't lie to that boy. He ain't nothing nice about that right there. Speaking of yoga, every time people ask me if I'm going to move from Southeast, I'm like, nah, I'm going to stay. Whacker, whacker, whacker. So the neighborhood is nice, though, that I live in. I live in Congress Heights, and as I like to say about it, the neighborhood is changing. It's like an episode of Game of Thrones. Winter is coming to our neighborhood. We have White Walkers now. It's a Game of Thrones pop-up bar right up the block. I rode past it on the way here, and I was like, look how winter is here. Winter is no longer coming. Winter is here in D.C. I'm like, we have White Walkers in my neighborhood. This guy was jogging the other day. I don't even know if it was jogging. He had a nice little, what does the white folks do? It was strolling or sauntering. Not saying that brothers don't stroll. You know, we lollygag, though. That's like me. I'm wearing new Jordans right now. You don't stroll in Jordans. You got to walk like you got diabetes in these bad boys. You know, you can't get no creases in them when they're brand new. That messes up the eBay resale value. I got to put these on eBay in 18 months and sell them to some nice, unassuming Japanese youth He's pretty sure, though, that Michael Jordan played for the Wu-Tang Clan. That much I know. And I'm not going to change his mind. I am not. Not for 800 yen, I am not. You guys are liking some of these. So, yes, we have White Walkers in my neighborhood. Like I said, this guy was strolling the other day, or sauntering, as I like to call it. And he was like, hey, buddy. And I was like, hey, buddy. And my wife was like, is that your friend? I was like, no. She's like, why you call him buddy? I was like, you're right. That might be like the N-word. I shouldn't be using it right now. He might be like, wait till the rest of my buddies show up by the rest of his grandmama's friends' houses. So we have White Walkers in the neighborhood. It's funny, because now I can hear myself outside on the street, and everybody's going like, who is preaching? So we have White Walkers in my neighborhood. We have day walkers in my neighborhood. That's like our people who have jobs. Now we have jobs east of the river. We have fathers, all kind of mystical, magical creatures. It's a good time. Southside, Southeast D.C. right now. Oh, and all the black men say, oh. I'm not saying that we don't have people you want to be like in my neighborhood. I'm just saying you have more streets and schools named after people you want to be like than actual people in the neighborhood you want to be like. That's not the response I want, Anthony. That's not the response I want when I'm a joke like that. This is what happens when you're talking to three black men like yourself. They're like, you're just talking to a mirror. Preach. All right. So I'm a father. I thought that was my real baby. I did. My wife just had a baby, right? We got a 3-month-old. I know, right? Everybody see me, they be like, "You just had a baby? You look good." Yeah, we have a couple kids in the house, man. I'm a father. My son just told his first joke the other day to my wife. He said, "Mommy, guess what?" And she said, "What?" He said, "Chicken butt." Exactly. I laughed too. It's a classic, right? I was dying. My wife was like, "It is not that funny." I was like, "That's hilarious." I was like, "Do you want to know why?" And she was like, "Why?" I was like, "Chicken thigh. What's wrong with you? Are you serious? What is wrong with you, man?" It was a great joke. It almost made me sign his birth certificate. It was awesome. Because I haven't signed their birth certificates yet, and I'll tell you guys why. I haven't signed my children's birth certificate yet for this very simple reason. When people ask me what I would like my wife to have when she was pregnant, they would say, "Do you want a boy or a girl?" I used to be like, well, that's pretty sexist. I really just want a healthy professional athlete. And I'm not signing their birth certificates till they sign their first athletic contract. Let's be honest. This is how this works. They want a father figure. I want somebody making 7 figures in my house. Let's make it happen. I want to be on somebody's sideline during the winter months in a fur coat. That's what daddy want. My kids can play golf. I would be at Augusta in a fur coat. I'd be at the Masters. Jim Nance would be like, ladies and exactly, chilling. They'd be like, this is exactly what happened when you let Tiger Woods play golf. And I'd be like, you're damn right. Come on in here, Black Panthers, and bring some chicken for all these greens they got out here. How do you have all these greens? This is why you know white folks don't know what to do with greens. All these greens and no chicken. What's wrong with y'all? All these hoes. This is how Tiger get messed up. Yeah, so we have, like I said, I'm a parent, a father. Hanging out with my kids is pretty awesome. We hang out a lot. Watch Sesame Street, you know what I mean? Practice yoga, I do a little bit. By practice yoga, I do mean sit and twist up marijuana in a funny little shape. So I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I'm hey, I'm just saying, I had him, he rolls. Hey, everybody got to work in the house. Come on now. Everybody got a job to do. He wrote a joint the other day, the shape of a letter A, and then I was hitting it. He was like, Daddy, what are you doing? That looks awesome. I was like, you are learning, son, because that's a great A word. I was like, Daddy is blazing, baby boy. And he was like, those were 3 B words, Daddy. And I was like, that's right. He was like, what are we going to do when you get done blazing? I was like, eat cookies, because it starts with C. Then I went, oh, meow, 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 meow. And he was like, Daddy, I love you, pretend to be Cookie Monster. And I was like, so does your mama. Oh, meow, 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 meow. She was like, eat this coochie till you're blue in the face. She called it the Cookie Monster. Hey, it also starts with C. Hey, thank you. If I had did more of that, I wouldn't have all these children right now. Oh, meow, 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 meow. That's exactly what it sounds like at 4 in the morning in my house. It very sounds real. I'm about to have flashbacks. I feel like a Vietnam veteran. What are you doing with them Vietnamese in here? So yeah, man, like hanging out with my kids. We have a good time. We tease each other. My kids, we watch a lot of cartoons and stuff like that. We watched The Lion King the other day, and my sons were like, Daddy, that sounds like you. You sound like Mufasa. And I was like, really? And my oldest son was like, he doesn't sound like Mufasa. He sounds like Darth Vader. And I was like, see, this is why I don't know if you mind, because that's the same dude doing the same voice. What is wrong with you? I don't care if he's a cartoon or if he's in space, it's still the same dude. Then I told him, guess what? I might not be your fault. Hakuna Matata, because it means no worries. So occasionally I take my sons out. We look out. We live in Southeast, like I said, and we'll look out across the Anacostia River. And they'll ask me, Father, what is that dark, shadowy place that we see? And I'll be like, Baltimore? I'm like, no, not that far. They're like, oh, right there that you see. That is Capitol Hill. I want you guys to stay out of there. Stay out of there. That is the elephant graveyard. That is where Republicans go to die. So we hope. In closing, I have had an awesome time entertaining these people here that are halfway laughing. I pissed off the white intern who's not an intern. And my laugh is a ringtone if you want it. Make sure you download it at Woody Seed. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, Haywood Turnip Seed Jr. That is my real name. People ask me, is that my real name? Somebody asked me the other day, was it Native American? Turnip Seed. And I was like, yeah. They was like, what tribe? Slave. Apologies. Thank you, Anthony.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea with Alex. Sports, truth with comedy, community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday.
We are back with Thursday Night Tea with Anthony and Alex. Alex and Anthony. I have a very special guest here today, and he's going to speak on issues that that we definitely need to be aware of. We need to stay abreast on these issues, and the issue that I'm speaking of is insurance, life insurance, health insurance, supplemental insurance, all of these things. And this is what prompted me to, and I want to welcome my guest, Willie Beverly. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Give
Thank
Willie,
you.
Willie a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Got a whole crowd clapping for you. Willie is actually my insurance agent. And the other day I was scrolling down my newsfeed on Facebook, and I saw a GoFundMe for a funeral. Now, these types of things, you have to set yourself up. You have to set your family up. We all know I don't want to be morbid, but death is imminent. We're all going to die at some point, so you have to prepare. And life insurance is one of those things that will prepare you to do so. It will also enable your children to get a little kickstart in their generation. So today I have Willie here, and he's going to discuss the importance of having life insurance. Welcome to the show.
Thank you,
Mr.
Anthony.
Bradley.
Thank you very much. Well, I wanted to welcome the audience, and I really do appreciate this platform today, sir, to really speak on some really serious topics that we face in our communities. Whether we're blue collar or we're white collar, we all face these challenges. We know that healthcare, their lack thereof, has a lot of loopholes in it and things that health insurance just don't cover. We have so much out-of-pocket expenses, and then we have some that don't have insurance at all. So where's the resolution at? How do we fix and solve this problem and narrow things down to where it advantages to us to take care of our families? Because most importantly, we have to take care of our families.
Yes.
So when we had that discussion last week about GoFundMe, there are plenty of funerals out here that use GoFundMe to take care of their emergency needs. And that is simply not a solution. That is a way to accumulate money, but not knowing how things are going to turn out for you. So we know some serious hard facts right now about Americans today that I just want to share with everyone that's so important. We know that 50% of Americans right now have less than $1,000 in their bank account. Now, if an emergency comes up, how do we survive?
They're rich by my standards. How much they got? How much is it?
Less than $1,000.
Oh.
We also know that 40% people use their retirement fund for an emergency situation. So as you can see, the numbers are astronomical as far as what the lack of that we're missing right now. And so our agency at MWE Solutions, what we provide are resources to help these small business companies, our big companies, but also us as individuals. How do we get ahead to help ourselves when a situation comes up where we cannot help ourselves? So that's what we're here today, is to give people the options.
And it's important to know the ins and outs of insurance, know what's available to you, know the processes. For example, we were talking about Aflac earlier,
Yes.
Which is a supplemental insurance. I work at a salon that does not provide health insurance. Normally stylists that work for hair salons, barbershops, things of that nature, you have to go outside and get your own health insurance. So, or just insurance, period. But like he's a small business owner, you come in and provide supplemental insurance to the staff.
Correct. And Lock Love has taken on that role like many other small businesses who know that their employees need something. And so I was able to come in and provide something for his employees and to retain some great employees. And we've been running, 2 years strong now,
Yes.
and it's growing every single day.
What are the benefits of Aflac?
The benefits of Aflac is having an income. Because if for some reason your health insurance is not going to cover that deductible that comes out of your pocket, or the co-pays, or surgery that you may need, or an unexpected accident, see, that money comes out of us. But that money doesn't come back to us when we have to pay for parking and for food and for things that we need. So these resources that Aflac is a platform to provide tax-free money that help us pay our bills, that help us take care of our family. So these are the things that we look forward to when we go out to these small businesses, to give them resources to help them, and most importantly, to retain some great employees.
Yeah, definitely. And especially in that facet, whereas if you don't work, you don't get paid. It's not like you can take sick days or,
I couldn't express it any better. It's like this. We all have jobs, and we all have a life outside of our job. But let's look at the facts. If we get hurt or get sick outside of our job, who's going to pay us? It's not going to be your employer. It's not. So
Aflac.
Exactly. Aflac will give you those resources, will give you that tax-free money to help you take care of your family when you need it the most. And that's to me is more important than anything in the world. But Anthony, let's go on the subject of life insurance.
I was just about to say that, life insurance.
Do you know that life insurance is one of the most important parts of our life that we need? Based upon statistics that we know right now, we know that 30% of us do not have life insurance at all in our communities. And the reason why is because a lot of us just aren't educated on how affordable it is.
I think that's the scare tactic. I mean, the fear that people have that they're not going to be able to afford it.
Exactly. And at MWE Solutions, we have resources where we use every single day to help people have affordable life insurance policies, whether it's a long-term care, whether it's a short-term care, whether it's a term insurance, or whether it's a whole life.
So what are we looking at? Like if we're looking for a bare bones, just as an example, I'm a young wedded couple or a single person,
Right.
who wants to get a policy for myself.
Mm-hmm.
What am I looking at as far as price range?
I mean, it could vary as long as you're in great health. You smoke or you don't smoke is a difference because they look at those things. But let's just say if we get into a group.
I've got a quick question.
Sure.
So smoke, tobacco versus weed, does it matter?
That's a good question. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I can find that out.
Okay, definitely. That's a question because a lot of people smoke weed, but they don't smoke
Right? Is that
cigarette.
considered smoking?
You say alcohol?
I don't know.
Your Miracle Man. Yeah, exactly. So
good course.
good deal.
Good deal. But when you look at the averages, I know for some of the policies that we carry is cheaper than a cup of coffee. Yes, sir. Cheaper than a cup of coffee, whether you go to Starbucks or whether you go to Dunkin' Donuts. You can have yourself a $5,000, $10,000, even $100,000 life insurance policy at those prices. Because we work with companies like Unum, Transamerica, and of course Aflac. Mm-hmm. But there are many other resources that we have at our disposal, but those are just a few that we use on a regular basis that help us provide services to our clients. So the best thing I can tell someone is to educate yourself on what's important for you and your family, because your family needs you. If you are the breadwinner of your family and you honestly cannot provide for them when the time hits of a sickness or an accident to you or your children, you have to be able to have resources.
How can they find you?
You can find me at willie.beverly@mwesolutions.net, or you can contact me at 240-485-9533.
I feel like I should put that into a little song, a little jingle or something like that. I got you next show.
You got me.
Thank you so much for coming out,
Thank you,
Willie.
sir.
I appreciate
Thank
you
so
and
much.
what
I
you do.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back with the Hope Project and Raymond Bell Jr. He's going to come and talk about what he's doing with the local youth here in the District of Columbia. We'll be right back.
Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thank you, and we are back with Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thank you guys for tuning in. I have a very special guy that's in here today. He does so much for the community here in the District of Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause for Raymond Bell Jr.
Thank you.
So you had an organization. What's the name of your organization?
It's called the Hope Project. Our nickname is the Harvard of the Hood.
The Harvard of the Hood. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
So in 2009, I kind of went on a personal campaign to try to end poverty in D.C. And since then, we've trained, coached, and mentored almost 600 graduates that work on almost every major government contract in the D.C. area. All the big boys, the Lockheed Martins, the Northrop Grumman, the Khakis, the World Bank, all the big law firms. And they average about $45,000 to $50,000 a year. And we have 3 students that actually have cracked the 6-figure mark. And 97% of our graduates do not have a college degree.
So you provide them with tech knowledge, correct?
We train them for entry-level positions as what we call IT help desk professionals.
Okay.
But they grow into network administrators, systems admins, cyber analysts, which is obviously a very popular career path now. But they all walk in the door with the same goal to get their foot in the door as an entry-level Tier 1 help desk analyst.
What are the requirements?
So we offer 2 different ways to participate in Hope Project. If you're between 18 and 24, after many, many years, DC finally decided to get behind IT training for young adults.
Okay.
Because until 2013, it was hospitality, building maintenance, construction, all good industries, but I just feel that they weren't ready to commit to information technology. They didn't think the kids could do it. I always knew they could do it. So if you're between 18 and 24, you can enroll in our program for 7 months, get trained, certified, go on an IT internship, and then the city will pay you $8.25 an hour while you're in the entire program. Our evening classes are 6 to 9 in the evening. Doesn't come with a stipend, and that program is really for someone who wants to transition from one career or another. We get a lot of folks who are on the unarmed security guard or hospitality industry that want to start making the big bucks like a lot of our graduates do, so they come in the evenings.
I'm surprised they didn't think that they would be able to catch on quickly at that age. I mean, students nowadays, kids are so tech savvy. You know, my 3-year-old knows how to work the iPad and computer. So.
Well, I don't know if it was the technology. I really believe it was the other aspects of a career in information technology. Everything from having to get a secret clearance, a top secret clearance, or if it's from working in these very sophisticated professional environments. There was an assumption that our kids, especially the ones east of the river, couldn't do that. The good thing is we have proof, because we've been doing this for the last 9 years.
I love receipts. Get your receipts out. Get your receipts.
Well, let me say that I think that where people have a misconception about young people is their biggest challenge, and I know this from doing this work for such a long time. A lot of my work is around the psychology of the young person versus technicals. My background isn't even in technology. I've never had an IT job in my life. Mm-hmm. One of my students texted me after receiving a $55,000 position from Khaki. And she wasn't just calling or texting me to say, hey, thank you, Mr. Bell. She specifically said, thank you for helping me build my confidence. And that has stuck with me, because that is the #1 reason why so many young people are doing a lot of the silliness and a lot of the knuckleheaded stuff, because they don't have confidence to go out and compete against that recent Howard University graduate or American University graduate, or someone maybe have 2 or even 3 years of college. But we're building up these young people east of the river, and when they walk in the door, as long as that position is not already pre-selected or predetermined, our students walk in there and assume they're going to get that job.
Yes.
Because they feel they have been trained and prepared to do the work.
So speaking of confidence, there was something, how I've actually found you, there was something that happened that totally broke the confidence, or tried to, I feel like, and it's a situation that happens a lot. There were 2 young gentlemen who were detained in the park for selling water. And just the imagery of that, them being detained, them being put in handcuffs for selling water in a park. As children, these are children. How do you feel as though this, and then I'm gonna have you talk about that, where you're located, how people can donate to your cause, and then we're gonna be out.
Okay, so just real quick. So for me, honestly, when I thought about it, I'm kind of happy that they put them in handcuffs, because I've been around those kids now. When I say they love their cell phones, they love their cell phones. Just imagine while they were talking to them, one wanted to get in his pocket and grab his cell phone off. We know what would have happened. So in my mind, it wasn't a bad thing they went in handcuffs for that perspective, because they could have easily just pulled out a gun and started shooting, because I'm telling you, they love their phones.
Yeah.
But the other part is, I feel, and this is just me, I haven't said this publicly, so this is the first time I'm going to say this. I really believe that part of the reason why they were in handcuffs, because those officers, plain clothes, wanted to show the tourists that come to D.C. and let them know that y'all are safe here. If these young boys or these young black boys get out of line, we're going to take care of them. We're going to lock them up if we have to. So y'all feel safe coming to D.C. anytime you want, because we got y'all. We ain't got to worry about no young boys or young men or young women terrorizing y'all when y'all come to this town, because we going to lock them up. And I want you to see what we going to do to them.
I want you to bring some of your graduates to the show next time.
Okay.
And, just talk about how they're excelling in their fields. Sure. I appreciate what you do. How can people find you and what you're doing?
So Hope Project, the website is Hope Project, hopeprojectdc.org. It's .org, but we're not a nonprofit. We're actually a for-profit. We work really closely with other nonprofits. I felt that I needed to be a for-profit entity because I need to be able to make decisions without having to go through a whole lot of channels. We do promote and advocate nonprofits, but for us, we need to be a for-profit.
Understandable. They can donate how?
We don't take donations, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
No, we do not take donations.
So can people...
And believe it or not, we've gotten so many requests from people all over the country that wanted to donate money. We turned all of them away because we don't take donations. But I also didn't want people to feel later on that we were doing this to generate revenue for ourselves. By
Understandable.
So we turned them away.
Understandable. Hope Project. Raymond Bell, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Shannon Garcon. I appreciate you, Willie Beverly, Haywood Turnipseed Jr. Thank you, everyone. Jacob Page, and the new engineer, Jake, yay! Morgan and Jeremy, thank everyone for coming out and tuning in to Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thank you. We'll see you next week with Candace Augustin, Olsen Nelson. Have a good one.
DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.